Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday, which means it's time for a review show special. Now, I've probably mentioned this a couple of times on the channel, but I'm filming this in Wales. I have had a ridiculous busy couple of months, and so me and the fam have gone away to Wales, to Llandudno near the Magic Bar. We're having an absolute blast. But because I've basically spent 2 months on the road in various different places, I've been trying to film, I batched as many videos as I could and filmed as many on the road as I could, but we've literally got to the point where we've kind of exhausted everything I've done for Magic TV. So I'm having to film a few of these videos while I'm away on holiday. So the fam have just gone out to a park, and I'm here filming a few videos for you guys. So hopefully things will be getting back to normal soon, but that's why I'm filming this in a kitchen in the house that we hired over here in Wales. Anyway, today, I'm doing a review show special. Now, if you've never seen the channel before, you don't know what a review show special is. That's where I take a deep dive into a particular subject, a particular creator, a particular trick, and I highlight what I think of it. And today, I'm going to be talking about a trick that I don't think many people will have heard of. Normally on the review show specials, we talk about stuff that's been really kind of talked about in the community, but this is something that I think has probably gone under people's radar. I hadn't heard of this until I went over to Magic Live. And this is called, it comes in this little box, it comes in this little box, and it's called Holesome Coins, Japanese edition, part of the Halo series, created by Ted Bogusta. And I got this from my friend Meir Yedid at My Magic. Now, if you don't know who Meir Yedid is, he's an incredible performer, creator, inventor, dealer, producer. He has the rights to things like the David Roth projects, a lot of the David Roth routines, like the Eraser coin. He holds the rights to those. But on top of all of that, you know, he's an incredible performer in his own right. His Finger Fantasy series literally kind of was so far ahead of its time. But anyway, he's got the rights to this as far as I know. He was demonstrating this at Magic Live. And in actual fact, one of the first things that I did every year when I go to Magic Live is I go over and I say hi to Meir, because he's always got something new, something exciting, something different. And he turned around to me and said, "I've got to show you this. This is the coolest coin trick that you've ever seen." And he showed me this. And honestly, I thought it was really good, but I didn't appreciate how good it was until he showed me the method. And then when he showed me the method, I was like, my God, the thinking behind that is insane. So this is in essence a little bit like a 2 copper, 1 silver, or a copper, silver, brass. Now, if you've ever seen a 2 copper, 1 silver, or a copper, silver, brass, you know the idea is that you have 2 copper coins, 1 silver coin, and you're doing a transposition between those 3 coins. And what's interesting about a copper, silver, brass, or 2 copper, 1 silver is you're not just having coins change places, but you're having the quantity of the coins change places. So you'll have 2 copper coins in one hand, 1 silver coin in the other hand, and the coins will change places. So you're not just changing 1 coin for 1 coin, you're changing 2 coins for 1 coin. Now, the way this is normally being done is through the use of a gimmick. You know, I'm sure you've all seen the copper, silver, brass gimmick, the 2 copper, 1 silver gimmick, you know, the Chinese bit by Eddie Gibson, you know, the new version that Matthew Wright put out a couple of years ago. There's lots of different ways of doing this, but pretty much it all involves a shell. So it all involves having a shell, or a couple of different shells, and being able to perform this cool effect. And I love copper, silver, brass, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. I also love 2 copper, 1 silver. And when I watched Meir do this, I was like, okay, so this is a copper, silver, brass, very cool. But I was kind of a little bit intrigued when I was watching it though, because he was showing and displaying the coins in a way that you couldn't normally do that with a shell. And I was seeing both sides of all of the coins at one time, because the other way that you can do copper, silver, brass is by using a copper, silver coin. And I've talked about that before many times on various different projects. Well, I got to the point where I was like really confused. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. How is this happening? And I just thought maybe I've missed a move or something. And then Meir showed it to me, and it's a completely original gimmick as far as I'm aware. It's a lot cleverer than I thought it is or was. And it's absolutely genius. So let me, first of all, I'm going to do a performance. This is no frills performance shot here in my little cottage that we've hired while we're away in Wales. So it's a no-frills performance. I cannot guarantee the quality of the camera work because Ryland's going to be filming this for me. Can't guarantee the quality of the camera work, but it's going to be enough for you to see exactly what this routine looks like, or at least one of the routines, because there's a couple of routines that you get with this. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first of all, this is kind of what they call the main routine. I think I've changed the end part, by the way. The final phase I've changed just to suit me better. We'll talk about that in a minute. But let's have a look at this. This is this is a performance of Holesome Coins. I have Ryland behind the camera. How you doing, Ryan?
Good.
Good stuff. Right, have a look at this. I've got a purse. Now, if you were in front of the camera, I'd let you examine these coins. But because you're not in front of the camera, I will show them to you. Yeah, this is an African coin. It's got some really cool symbols on it. This is another African coin, but it's a smaller one. But you can see that they both got holes on them, obviously. And this is a Walking Liberty American $50. Statue of Liberty on one side and an eagle on the other side. 3 coins. Right, it's your choice. Would you like to see a good trick or a miracle?
Miracle.
Miracles, I can do no problem. Watch. We'll get back to the purse in a bit. The most important thing are the 1, 2, 3 coins. Right? Now watch carefully. We have the big African coin.
Yeah.
We have the little African coin.
Yeah.
And we have the silver $50.
Yeah.
Now check this out, right? If I take the silver coin out, you see it there, right?
Yep.
If I take the silver coin out and squeeze, did you see what happens?
No.
What happens is the coins actually change places.
What?
Did you miss that?
Yeah.
Shall I do it again for you?
Yeah.
Look, 1, 2, 3. 3 coins, right?
Yeah.
You see them there.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go really slowly. You see me taking out the silver coin, right?
Yeah.
You know the other 2 coins are there, but nothing happens till I squeeze. And when I squeeze, they actually change places.
So cool.
It's so cool. Now look, I can actually do it with just 1 coin. Let me show you. So we've got the 2 African coins. We've got the silver $50, right? Now watch, make sure I don't cheat. I'm going to reach in and I'm going to take out one of those African coins. You can see it, the big African coin.
Yeah.
That leaves you with the silver coin and the other African coin there, yeah?
Yeah.
If I just squeeze, what happens is they change places again.
What?
It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Should we go for the big finish?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 coins, right? 2 coppers, 1 silver. 2 with a hole, 1 without. Now look, I'm going to reach in and take out the silver coin. You can see the silver coin, right?
Yeah.
Now if you were here, I would let you wave it over my hand yourself. You're not here, so I will do it. But do you know what happens when I wave the silver coin over the 2 African coins?
What?
The 2 African coins vanish.
What?
They disappear.
What?
And do you know why?
Why?
Because now over here in the purse, you're not going to believe this, but we have the African coin and the African coin back, and my friend, you can examine everything. So what you just saw there is a 3-phase routine. So what I did is I took the Holesome Coins main routine, the first two phases. I added the second phase. The first and the third phase are exactly as described by Ted in the project. The 4th phase I changed slightly because I wasn't particularly too keen on how he handled the final phase. So in the original, the final phase was that you took a silver coin, you put it in your pocket, you then went back to your hand and you had another silver coin in there, and then you went back into your hand and you had another silver coin in there. So in essence, the coins had turned into 3 silver coins, which is a nice way to end it. But my issue with that is the way that that was done, you couldn't show the 3 coins all at the same time. You couldn't show that it all turned to silver. So, and there was a move in there that was a little bit cozy that I thought was happening at just the wrong time. So I changed it to the routine that you just saw, where the coins vanish and go back into the purse, which kind of brought it full circle for me. And I've actually gigged this since Magic Live. I've had 2 or 3 close-up gigs while I've been here in Wales that I've nipped off to go and do. And I've done this at all 3 of those gigs, and the reactions are really, really strong. Now, this does not use shells in any way. This uses a couple of gimmicks, but you feel like you're seeing the both sides of all of the coins at the same time. It's really disconcerting as to how this works. And the actual gimmick, the actual methodology behind this. I've never seen anything like this before, and it's genius, and it's got other applications. That's the thing, and that's one of the things I like about this so much. It's definitely 100% got lots of other applications that you are going to be able to use if you're kind of half creative with coins. I've already been kind of workshopping a bunch of other stuff you can do with it. Now, we'll talk about the tutorial very quickly. The tutorial, very, very, very good tutorial. The tutorial has everything that you'd need. It's broken down into individual videos, so it's bite-sized chunks. First video talks about the history, then it talks about what the coins are, then the next section is the main move, how these gimmicks work together. Then the next thing is a performance to camera of the main routine, and then an explanation of the main routine. And then they have a second routine called the lightning routine. Now, the lightning routine is just a two-phase routine. So it starts with just one coin changing places with another, and then two coins changing places with one coin. It's over very, very quickly. If you're doing walk around and you want to get around people quickly, this is probably the routine you want to go for. It's just basically a smaller, abridged version of the main routine that you just saw a performance of. And then there's an afterthoughts, and that's it. It's probably only about half an hour, 40-minute tutorial all in all. I appreciated that both routines had performances to camera. I was disappointed. Anybody who watches my reviews will know this. I was disappointed with the fact that there were no live performances. I genuinely don't understand why people aren't doing live performances these days. It just doesn't make any sense. Now more than ever, it is so easy to go out and get a live performance. You know, if you've got faith in your product, if you've got faith in your trick, and you should have with this, this is a great trick. Why can't you just quickly nip off, find a couple of people, take an iPhone with you and just film it? That's all you need to do. It doesn't need to be an elaborate shoot like back in the 90s, back in the early 2000s, where you had to have like multiple cameras, like multiple people carrying cameras, boom mics, God knows what. That's not these days. You can get a live performance very, very quickly. So there's no live performance, but at least they went to the trouble of doing a studio performance, which is something. In terms of the quality of the coins, they're great. I'm not going to show you the gimmicks, but I am going to show you the coins. So this is the one coin. This is kind of the bigger of the two with the hole in it. This here is the silver coin. Notice it's a Walking Liberty, a real, not a replica Walking Liberty, a real Walking Liberty. And then you have the smaller African coin, which again looks really cool. So these are the three coins, and then you've got a couple of gimmicks, which I'm not going to show you. In the context of the routine, even when the gimmick is switched in, two of the three coins can be examined. The other coin can't be examined, but you do give the impression that it can be examined, even though it can't. It's out of the two routines, it's examinable at the beginning. It can be examinable at the end, which is why they're giving you extra coins. The routine that I did, everything's examinable at the end. It takes up very little pocket space. I'm keeping everything in a little purse, and as long as they're in the little purse, you're ready to go. It's just great. I mean, if you do copper, silver, brass, I actually think this is more deceptive than the original copper, silver, brass. I really do. And I've got work on copper, silver, brass. I've been doing copper, silver, brass for years. You know, my love affair with it started with Doc Eason and kind of progressed beyond that. The copper, silver, brass, or the 2 copper, 1 silver, Chinese bit, Eddie Gibson, whatever you want to call it. It's a great routine. It's a great premise. I love this gimmick, and I think it's flown under everyone's radar. You know, Meir had him at Magic Live. I believe he sold out of them in the first day. I'm not surprised. I was the first person to buy one. I walked over to the booth before the dealer hall had even opened. He showed me this thing, and I was like, yep, here's my money. Take my money. I want to buy this trick, and I want to buy it now. And this is something that's going to stay in my repertoire. You know, certain things come and go, and I get excited about things, and then they fall out of my repertoire, and I don't perform them again, as does everybody in Magic. I have a feeling this is going to be in my repertoire for a very long time. I love the fact it doesn't take up too much pocket space, and I think that really, what's the guy's name? Ted Bogusta. I think Ted has literally just scratched the surface when it comes to what you can do with this gimmick. It's exciting that we're seeing, or at least as far as I'm concerned, a kind of a new gimmick in coin magic. Something that's very, very different to anything that I've ever seen before. And I've seen a lot of coin gimmicks in my time, I've been around coin gimmicks and coin gaffs and God knows what for a very long time, and I've never seen anything like this before. It's a really smart, really clever, really, really awesome idea. And the other thing about it is it's not very difficult to do as well. It's very, very easy. The first phase that you saw is pretty much self-working. The second phase that you saw is pretty much self-working. The third phase, yeah, pretty much self-working. The final phase that I did required a little bit of technique, but then again, his final phase did as well. But you can just make, I don't think the lightning routine, the shorter routine, I don't think that really has any sleight of hand in it. So it's a fairly easy trick to do, but it's going to pack small. It's just going to fit in your pocket. It's going to play big. Which is, I know, a cliche. I know it's one of those cliches in magic, but it's really, really true. I love this. It's why I questioned whether I should do a review show special on this or whether I should do it just as kind of its own standalone thing as part of the Craig and Ryland review show. And the reason I've actually done this as its own video is because I want more people to know about what this is. I really do. I want more people to know about Holesome Coins. I'm really excited about working with this. I might do a hows and whys of this at some point in the future because there are a lot of things that you can do with it. But as it stands, it's a really cool gimmick. It's going to be really fun for you guys to play with. It's why I highly recommend it. I think it's great. The only negative that I have is that there's no live performances, but the tutorial itself is shot really, really well. So there you go. That is Holesome Coins by Bogusta. I'm going to give it 99%. So it's getting 99% from me. It's highly recommended. You can get it from My Magic, from Meir Yedid. Just tell him Craig sent you. So there you go, guys. That's another review show in the bag. Another Sunday review show in the bag. Once again, thank you for joining me right here on Magic TV. Hopefully, I'll be getting out of my little kitchen in Wales soon, and I'll be getting back into the studio. But thank you very much for joining me on this review show special. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And also, most importantly, if you want to join the Netrix, which is my online streaming platform for magicians, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger every single day, then you can do so by going to www.thenetrix.com. We've got over 500 tricks and business advice and sleights and a sleight school, and it's whatever your level is, it's an amazing resource. It really is my magnus opus to the magic community. So if you want to check it out, please do so. Outside of that, I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.